Hey guys, and welcome back to I Like Watches, the new Cronos L6009 version 2, not 1000m, but 2000m diver has arrived, and in this video I'm going to be unboxing it and giving you my first impressions. Now, some of you may know this is quite a special watch because I bought version 1 and a viewer, Frank, got in touch with the hydraulic press channel and myself and suggested I send the watch that I bought over to the hydraulic press channel to see if they could break it. And actually I was quite happy to do it. I was curious myself to see how this rather substantial diver coped with a dip in their 3000m water pressure chamber. And if you've seen the video on the hydraulic press channel, you'll know that the watch stopped working, but then very shortly after being let out of the chamber, it started working again. And this prompted quite a few people to say, I think I want one of these watches now, they look quite well made. But sadly, at that point in time, they had sold out, so Maxi has made a version 2. And to commemorate that unbelievable achievement, Matt, who is a patron of I Like Watches, designed a commemorative caseback, and Maxi's put it on the new watch. And Maxi has retested this watch and given it a rating of 2000 meters of water resistance, and I am not at all surprised. This thing is an absolute beast. So of course I couldn't resist the temptation to pick up this new blue to black fade dial. I have paid for this watch. I have paid full price. I will be putting some affiliate links in my video description. That's why you will have seen the includes paid promotion icon. Of course, I'd love for you to click that like button and subscribe. It really does help this channel. Right guys, let's crack on and take a look at this version 2. And here it is, the Cronos L6009 version 2, and I opted for something a little bit different. Second time round I went for this new blue to black fade dial, and I'm really pleased I did. I really like it. They offered a green and black version with the original watch. They still offer a green and black version with this version 2, but they've added this blue to black fade dial, and I think it suits the watch tremendously. I love it. Yeah, it looks really good, and it just looks like a normal watch, doesn't it? That is, of course, until you turn it around and then you realise it's far from normal. It's massive. Right, let's grab those calipers and take some measurements. The diameter is 43.1 millimeters. Thickness, including the crystal, 17.5. 21mm lug width. Case length is 51.8 and the overall case length is 56.4. So of course it's not a small watch, but then you wouldn't expect it to be, would you? It's a 2000m diver. That is just incredible. It's the thickness that gets me every single time. It's just unbelievable. But a lot of fun, I gotta say. It's beautifully made. I'll run through the finishing in a minute, but yeah, it's just that thickness. I think it just catches you off guard a little bit. And of course they've even put domed crystal on it to make it just that little bit fatter, you know, because it needed it. Right, let's have a look at this case then. You've got brushing on top of the case, longitudinal brushing, matches the bracelet really nicely. Some huge polished surfaces along the sides of the case, and of course you've got that helium escape valve. When you've got huge polished surfaces like this, they have to be very nicely polished, and they are. They've done a great job of the finishing. Cronos's ability to finish watches at a similar, if not the same level as San Martin is not in question. The bracelet has polished sides to the links. They are huge links as well. Brushed top surface. The end links are really nicely done. The transitions between those outer links on the end links and that center link is beautifully crisp. They do finish watches very nicely. The bezel is nicely finished. The crown is nicely finished. It's just, yeah, a beautifully made watch. I've got to say, yes, it's a bit of fun and it's huge, not to be taken too seriously, but it's still very nicely made. Now, interestingly, the clasp that this watch comes on doesn't have any double pushers, and it's a fairly sort of small clasp given the size of this watch. Milled inner elements, a pressed outer shell. It doesn't look like the best quality clasp, but it's quite small. However, you can buy this watch with the additional sort of more substantial clasp if you're interested in having this clasp instead. I'll put links to both of those options in the video description, but actually I think this clasp is well made enough to suit the watch actually. So I'm going to leave it on this to wear it, but of course I will put it on this for the full review. Right, let's check out the weight of this watch. On this supplied smaller clasp, when it's set up for my 7¼ inch-ish wrist, I'm going to have to take the bracelet and the case apart and measure them separately. Right, here's the bracelet on its own. What have we got? 86 grams. And the watch head, 132 grams. And the 4 extra links that I've removed, 18 grams. And checking for sapphire crystal. Yep, nice. What about the alignment? The dial looks pretty good. Yeah, I'm happy with the dial alignment. And let's have a quick fiddle with the bezel. Oh, that resistance is, yeah, I'd say about average actually. Yeah, a touch over average perhaps, but yeah, it's a nice action. Listen to those clicks. Yeah, it's good. Right, let's check the bezel alignment. Yeah, nice. Bezel lines up as well. You've got that helium escape valve professional dive watch written on that rehow. I think you'd call that the rehow. Maybe the chapter ring. I don't know what that is because it's got the sort of flat surface that's facing us. Is it a professional dive watch? It's not ISO certified. It doesn't have a diver's extension, so I certainly wouldn't look at this as being a professional dive watch. It could be used as one, no doubt about it. Absolutely 100%. But yeah, the fact that it's not really set up for professional diving, no ISO certification, no diver's extension. Professional diver, yeah, I don't think so. But it doesn't hurt to have it on the watch. I think it looks quite good actually. Nicely done. Right, here is the case back that Matt designed. Now Matt did actually design a few options. I put it out to patrons to select the case back that they preferred. This was undoubtedly the most popular one, and I think he's done a cracking job. Of course, that cylinder that the watch was put in on the hydraulic press channel is there, just sort of overlapping the 3000M. It was pressure tested to 3000 meters. It isn't a 3000 meter diver, but yeah, it still worked after it came out the chamber, having been subjected to 3000 meters or the equivalent of 3000 meters of pressure. So an incredible achievement. So yeah, definitely nice to have some specifications. An incredible job. Well done, Matt. Fantastic case back. Right, let's check out the lume on this watch. Give it a quick blast with the light stick. That will do. Oh yeah, no, you can see the bit of day lume already. Some BGW9. Looks like a fully lumed bezel insert as well. Oh wow, yeah, that is bright. That is bright. Oh man. Yeah, the first watch had really good lume, and this one doesn't disappoint. Yeah, good job, Chronos, great job. So this is the second L6009 I've paid for, and I will not be sending this one to another channel for it to be crushed by a hydraulic press or put in a chamber or run over by cars. These are really special watches. When you have some involvement, like the channel did, like I Like Watches did, sort of bringing people together to get things done like this case back, yeah, they do mean a lot actually, and so I do tend to keep hold of watches that have some sort of meaning to me and the channel, and this is undoubtedly one I'm going to be keeping hold of, guys. So if you had your eye on this one, I'm really sorry. I won't be selling it anytime soon. Yeah, and I'm not going to be giving it away, but of course they are available on AliExpress. There are some links in the video description should you be tempted to go and check them out. Alright guys, as always, a massive thank you from me to you. Really appreciate you watching my content. Take care guys, look after yourselves. You'll see me again very soon.